going, guys? And happy Friday. So I just want to make this quick video about DDR5 and DDR4. Most of all about DDR5, I did not know that when you use DDR5, DDR5 after you go 64 gigabytes and up, I didn't know the following. First of all, not all the motherboards support if you want to enable the speed to like 6,000, uh, even though you can use XMP for the Intel, and there's another name for the Ryzen for the AMD, which is Expo. I just remembered. Even though if you enable that, when you go over 64 gigabytes of RAM, it makes the system really unstable. Not all motherboards support that, and most likely you would have to update the firmware. And even with the firmware, it's not as stable as DDR4, which the fastest DDR4 you can get is between, I would say, normally 3600 up to 4,000, depending on the kind of RAM you can get from DDR4, but it's normally 3600 or 3600 megahertz. So we use this motherboard in this case, which is the Z890 Plus. Really nice motherboard by TUF Gaming, which I kind of like that brand. And it's like about a $300 motherboard that we use that can support DDR5. And we had it on a build with a 3060. And we had that issue on the motherboard that once it went up to 128 gigabyte at 6,000, when we enable Expo, it created a really unstable system for the Windows. So the only way that on that motherboard that I was able to get it stable under control for now, because I'm sure there's going to be updates and companies don't tell you this, is to leave the 128 gigabytes at 3600, which is the maximum, normally the maximum speed of DDR4. Okay. Not very good, especially if you're paying more money for DDR5. Now, in this case, this computer that we have here, I'll let you get closer so you can see it. In this case, we have this computer here. We have DDR5, DDR5 that can go up to 6,000, but we have created on this MSI Prime motherboard. We have just left it at 4,800, and at 4,800 it runs really good. Now, if we go to the task manager, if you're looking at my screen, if we go to the task manager, you are probably going to see, and I can show you the normal speed of the RAM, which if we go here and you open it, it's at exactly 4,800. I'm not sure if you can see it there clearly, but at that speed, it's running good. And when you use DDR5, you can get 64 and increase it 5,000, depending on the motherboard, 6,000, and you will take full advantage of the DDR5, that it can go up to that speed, but not necessarily will always be on that speed. So it's kind of like I remember when the 4K came out, there's not enough content for 4K, but you can have it. So you don't necessarily need right now at this moment, for now, DDR5. So it's kind of like an overkill. Some people are not gonna agree with me. It's fine, but this is what I've had experience, or what I'm experiencing with all these new builds. So again, DDR5, that's cool and everything, but the systems are still updating to get better and to get to that point where you can actually take advantage of the full 6,000. And when you go over 64, it can turn into a nightmare. So if you can, for now, don't do overkill. Use your DDR5, but stay on 64 for now. Maybe in 6 months it'll be different, more updates available for your motherboard, and you can get your 128 and up 100, 256, which it's an exaggeration of RAM. But some people always like to exaggerate and don't have budget problems. So that's it for now. I'll preparing two more other builds, and I will get back to you. Any questions or comment, leave it below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all those new subscriptions. Thank you. Everything's doing super good. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend, and I'll get back to you soon. Bye.